Hello. I thought I'd turn on the camera and show you a simple everyday makeup look using all my current favorites, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to kind of walk you through everything. And I do have kind of like a flare up around my mouth today, so I'll show you how I kind of combat it and just tame it a little bit. Yeah, I think it got irritated by something after my walk. It was kind of windy out, so I think it was just maybe the pollen or like the grass, anything that gets picked up on the wind, because I get really sensitive to that stuff now. So it's kind of annoying, but what are you gonna do? I'm gonna take an antihistamine because if anything, it calms it down and it helps with the irritation, and so then I won't pick at the irritation and like make it worse and aggravate it. So I'll be back. Yeah. So let's get into it. I'm gonna have to remove my glasses, so I'm not gonna be able to fully see, which I guess is a good thing. First thing I'm gonna do is just put some clips on. I'm gonna try and be as quick as I can because I am running late. And now because I have a lot of, it's like a lot of dry skin and just redness and irritation. You can feel it. It's kind of like tender. So I don't want to play with it too much. But what I am going to use is the TBH, the Cica milk. And what I do is I just pump onto my hand, and I depotted it and put it into this because the actual bottle is huge. So I'm just going to tap it with my 2 fingers around my mouth and dry area like so. 1 pump is a lot. Sometimes I do half a pump because yeah, there's still so much on here. I'm gonna let that dry just a little bit. I'm gonna put some lip balm on. So the foundation that I've been obsessed with is this Dior foundation here. The shade 2WO, which is for warm olive. I thought I was a neutral. I need a little bit more life in me. So I do have to lean a little bit warm. And I do have a yellow base, so it is a true olive base. And what I do with that is I mix in a pump of this. I'm probably just gonna do half a pump, like that. And then I'll just mix it with my finger. And I'll just use my fingers to put it on. This method really leaves a lot on your hand, so I just go in with my palm, so like that. It's already a very light foundation. It's pretty much liquid, and I'm shearing it out even more with the milk toner. And then I go in with a foundation brush. This is the brush by BK Beauty, the Nikki LaRose. It's a kind of like a flat brush. It has a side for liquid, and then on the other side is for powdered products, and I feel like it's just the perfect brush because it's like a 2-in-1. Blend everything out. Just this side as well. It kind of just evens out my skin tone and the discoloration that I have over actually giving me coverage, if that makes sense. And you can see it's covered up my redness slightly around my mouth. It's starting to flake just a touch under here and up here. Those are the 2 main areas that's really dry and crackly. The next product I'm going to use is a bronzer. I've been using this Mario one. This one's in medium dark. It's a fluffy brush. This one's from Morphe in A58. I'm just gonna tap that in there and just pop it on the top of my cheekbone here. Because it's such a fluffy brush and my face is a little on the smaller side, I have to be very careful using a brush that's too big, because then it will just look muddy and all over the place. Just on my forehead a bit, put some under my jaw, sorry, and then just using the residue to blush. What I have been gravitating towards lately is mixing or layering blushes. I'm gonna go with the Rose Ink Heliotrope. And I'm gonna get a blush brush. This is the number 2 by Rose Ink. I start here on the high parts of my cheek, and then I kind of fan it out after. I forget how good this blush is. And then I'm gonna go in with Tower 28 blush. This color is Powerhouse. Same brush. And then I'm gonna, because this is a much more deeper shade, I'm really gonna keep it just on the high points of my cheek. As I say that, I go further into the brow. My bad. And because I feel like I need a little bit more color, I am gonna go in with this powder blush just to lock it all in. This one is from About Tone and the color is in number 4, Charming Rose. And it's just this color here. And I'm going to use my foundation brush, just the other side of it. And then I'm just going to pat it onto the blush area. Using the same technique of going right in the middle or the high point and then slowly fanning everything out. And then I'm just gonna dust some on the tip of my nose, just like that, just to give it more of like a flush, cohesive look. I usually wouldn't go in with highlighter on days like this, so I'm gonna skip it, and I'm just gonna go on to my eyes, which is the brows. I kind of do have product on my brows already. I used the Mecca Brow Guru, this one here, Brow Guru in the shade is just dark, and I just feathered out my brows just on the end, but I'm gonna go in with a pencil. This one is by Flortte and it's in number M3. It's a Chinese brand, so I'm not too sure about the names and all that. I literally have so much product left in this. I've had this for a year. Even frequency wise, I probably wear makeup once a week, maybe twice. So when I go to work during the week, I really don't wear makeup. The only thing I do is I use the brow gel just to give it a bit of volume and to keep the brows like up and in shape, which is such a change for me because I used to be a complexion girl, but now it's just like all about just letting your skin breathe. And I've been doing this for quite a while, years actually. I'm just going to use this Anastasia clear brow gel, and I think it's just the standard brow gel. Yeah. And then I'm going to use this mascara by Rom&nd. The color is in Long Hazel. And I like to use a brown on days that I don't really want to, do my makeup too much. And so what I do with this one is I just wiggle it at the base and then just pull it out, like flick it out. So I'm not giving myself length, I'm really just focusing on the volume at the base. I don't know if you can see. And I'm not going to lie to you, that's probably going to be all I do today. I'm probably going to put on a lip tint. This is the Amuse lip tint. That's the shade there. And what I do with this one is I literally just line my lips like that, so I don't shade up the whole thing in. What I do after that is get a tissue and then I actually damp it off like so, and it takes up off that intense color, and it just leaves your lips with a flush, so that I can go in with my lip balm, because my lips are insanely chapped to a point where nothing can really heal it at this point. Like, I'm kind of over it. I'm pretty sure it's medicated. There's like an active ingredient in it or something that just, it's the only thing that helps. I've been trying to actually wean off it, because I feel like it's similar to when your skin gets too used to steroid, and the minute you stop using it, there's a flare up and your like skin is trying to recover or whatever it is from it. And I feel like my lips is also reacting to this. Like, it helps when I'm using it, but when I'm not using it, my lips are too dependent on it. And I actually will go in with a bit of powder. This one is the Cica Halon from BT. I'm just going to use a brush and then just lightly tap it into my T-zone. Just here as well. And then down to this area, because there's a lot of shine. And that's it. Put my hair down for this. And there we have it. I hope you enjoyed it and learned maybe a tip or two. And yeah, this is the finished product. It's super lightweight. Obviously I have to put the glasses back on. Okay, bye.